Hello everyone, welcome to Busy Ark, your one stop to more knowledge. Today we're diving headfirst into a country shrouded in more secrecy than a squirrel's nut stash, North Korea. Stick around to find out 10 things you didn't know were illegal in this secretive country. Buckle up kids, because this is going to be a wild ride through the bizarre and frankly disturbing world of North Korean law. All right, let's kick things off with something seemingly innocuous. Movies. Now, we all love a good movie marathon, right? But in North Korea, enjoying a Marvel marathon could get you thrown in a labor camp faster than you can say, Iron Man. Possession of foreign films, especially those from South Korea or the United States, can lead to imprisonment, hefty fines, or even worse. Even watching a smuggled-in movie on a USB drive could land you in hot water hotter than a bowl of kimchi jjigae. The government goes to extraordinary lengths to prevent the flow of foreign media, with border patrols meticulously searching for any contraband. They even have special units dedicated to sniffing out illegal satellite dishes. So the next time you're enjoying the latest blockbuster, spare a thought for the people of North Korea who are denied even the simplest pleasures of cinematic escapism. Let's say you're in North Korea and you're craving a good old-fashioned chat with your dear old mum. You pick up the phone, dial the international code, and boom, you've just committed a crime against the state. The government maintains a vice-like grip on all forms of communication, both within and outside the country. They want to keep their citizens isolated, uninformed, and utterly dependent on the state-sanctioned narrative. The only people allowed to make international calls are high-ranking government officials and a select few individuals involved in foreign trade, and even they are subject to strict monitoring. As for the average citizen, forget about calling your pen pal in Paris or even checking in with family across the border in South Korea. This level of control over communication is not just Orwellian, it's downright dystopian. Now let's talk about something close to many people's hearts: religion. In many parts of the world, people are free to worship as they please. But in North Korea, religious freedom is about as real as a unicorn riding a dragon. The only belief system tolerated, nay actively promoted, is the cult of personality surrounding the Kim dynasty. Practicing any religion other than this state-sanctioned ideology is strictly forbidden and can land you in serious trouble. Possessing religious materials like Bibles or Qurans is considered a serious offence. The government actively seeks to eradicate any trace of independent thought or belief, viewing religion as a dangerous threat to their authority. It's a chilling example of the regime's absolute control over every aspect of their citizens' lives, right down to their innermost thoughts and beliefs. Chapter 4. Denim? You must be dreaming, jeans, the unpatriotic pant. Okay, fashionistas, this one's for you. Imagine a world where your wardrobe choices could land you in prison, and the garment deemed most offensive? Blue jeans? Yes, those ubiquitous pants we all know and love are considered a symbol of American imperialism and are strictly forbidden. Wearing them is seen as a sign of rebellion, a rejection of the regime's ideology. You could be publicly humiliated, forced to attend ideological lectures, or even imprisoned. It's a stark reminder that in North Korea, even the most mundane aspects of life are subject to the whims of a paranoid and oppressive regime. Chapter 5. Internet more like intranet, North Korea's digital iron curtain. All right, let's talk about the internet, the vast digital playground where we connect, learn and share cat videos. Except in North Korea, where the internet is more like a heavily guarded, walled garden. Access to the global internet is extremely limited, restricted to a select few elites within the government and military. The average citizen is relegated to Kwangmyong, the country's heavily censored intranet. News websites, educational resources, even email services are all tightly controlled and monitored. It's a form of digital imprisonment, a way to control the narrative and prevent any exposure to alternative viewpoints. Chapter 6: Harry Potter and the Forbidden Library. Western literature vanishes. Bookworms prepare to be horrified. In North Korea, the joy of curling up with a good book is often replaced with the fear of being caught with forbidden literature. Owning or reading books from the West, especially those deemed critical of North Korea or its leadership, is a one-way ticket to a world of hurt. Libraries are stocked with carefully vetted texts, mostly consisting of propaganda, biographies of the Kim dynasty, and technical manuals. Anything deemed even remotely subversive is confiscated and destroyed. Imagine a world without Shakespeare, Orwell, or even The Hunger Games. That's the reality for millions of North Koreans denied access to the vast and enriching world of literature. Let's talk about something we often take for granted: the freedom to travel. Packing your bags, hopping on a plane, and exploring the world is a dream for many. But for citizens of North Korea, it's a distant fantasy. The regime enforces strict restrictions on travel both within and outside the country. Ordinary citizens need special permission to even travel between provinces, let alone visit other countries. They don't want their people to see how the other half lives, to experience the freedoms and opportunities they're denied. Attempting to leave North Korea without permission is extremely dangerous and can result in severe punishment, including imprisonment, torture, or even death. Those caught trying to defect often face horrific conditions in labor camps, separated from their families and subjected to unimaginable cruelty. Bye-bye Beatles, hello propaganda pop, foreign music muted, music, the universal language, the soundtrack to our lives. Whether it's rock and roll, hip-hop or classical, music has the power to move us, inspire us and connect us. Unless, of course, you're in North Korea, where the only tunes allowed are those sanctioned by the state. Listening to foreign music, especially anything deemed too westernized or critical of the regime, is strictly prohibited. Instead, citizens are bombarded with state-sponsored music, often praising the Kim dynasty, promoting socialist ideals, or glorifying the military. Possessing or distributing foreign music can lead to serious consequences, including imprisonment, fines, or even forced labor. So, while the rest of the world enjoys the freedom to explore diverse musical landscapes, North Koreans are trapped in an auditory echo chamber, their ears subjected to the same monotonous tunes. Big Brother is always listening. Criticism, get ready to disappear. Now let's talk about something that's considered a fundamental right in many democracies: freedom of speech. The ability to express your opinions, even if they're critical of the government, is essential for a healthy society. Unless, of course, you live in North Korea, where criticizing the regime is about as welcome as a plague of locusts. Any form of dissent, even a whisper of criticism, is met with swift and brutal punishment. The government has eyes and ears everywhere, with a vast network of informants ready to report any sign of disloyalty. People are encouraged to spy on their neighbors, colleagues, even family members. Those accused of criticizing the government face horrific consequences, including imprisonment, torture, or even execution. Their families are often punished as well, sent to labor camps or subjected to other forms of collective punishment. Chapter 10. The Bible, North Korea's most dangerous book. Owning religious texts equals peril. Okay, folks, for our final stop on this whirlwind tour of North Korea's legal peculiarities, let's talk about a book that's considered a source of comfort and inspiration for millions around the world: the Bible. But in North Korea, owning a Bible is less about spiritual enlightenment and more about a guaranteed trip to a re-education camp. The regime views religion, particularly Christianity, as a dangerous threat to their authority. Possessing a Bible is considered a serious crime, often punished with imprisonment, torture, or even death. The government actively seeks out and confiscates religious materials, conducting raids on homes and churches, determined to eradicate any trace of faith. The freedom to practice one's religion, a fundamental human right, is denied to millions, sacrificed on the altar of the Kim dynasty's cult of personality. North Korea, where freedom goes to die. So there you have it, folks. 10 things you probably didn't know were illegal in North Korea. Thanks for watching. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Let us know in the comments which fact surprised you the most. And let's remember the plight of the North Korean people.